Hello, my name is Ilya, and I want to tell you some information about my life. I want to do this vlog because I really want to train my English speaking skills, because I really think that it's not a really easy mission to find somebody to speak with. That's why I think that I will do these short or not so short monologues. There are, I think, two reasons for you to watch these videos. The first reason is you just like the things that I tell you. The second reason is that you want to do some listening, and I think that's okay because my English is not very difficult, I think, and if you sometimes would listen to this vlog, it will in any case improve your English listening skills. Today I want to do a video about two things. The first thing is NPR. I want to tell you about this radio station. In America, they have some public radio stations. And as I understand, as I know, the biggest radio station is NPR. You can find programs of this radio station in your podcasts programs in your Android or iPhones, and they have a variety of different programs. You can find any program in different arts or in different spheres. For example, a program about art, about sports, about programs of different interviews, and of course, I think the most interesting program that I try to listen every day is All Things Considered. It's some sort of program about latest news. In my vlog, I want to tell you different stories from this radio station, from this program. I think the stories are usually very interesting, and maybe it will be interesting for you to listen to these stories. So please try to listen to this program, All Things Considered. I think it's okay to listen to it for intermediate, upper intermediate, and advanced learners, because sometimes vocabulary is rather difficult, but usually it's okay. And it will be interesting for people who likes American politics and really wants to know everything or anything about American society, because usually it's about America, the USA. That was information about NPR. In my future vlogs, I will tell you something about other programs and other podcasts. My next piece of text, piece of information is about the new film by Vera Klitschevskaya and Ksenia Sobchak, Sobchak case, Дело Sobchaka. It's a very interesting and amazing film, documentary about Anatoly Sobchak, a democratic leader of St. Petersburg, a mayor of St. Petersburg in the 90s. I really think that this film is very important for understanding not only Russian politics, but the politics at all. The main idea for me in this film is that there are always some romantic, intellectual, intelligent people in politics. And there are always people who don't like them because of their intellectual abilities. And this fight between simple things, primitive sometimes things, and something romantic and intellectual, usually very severe. And as you understand, usually these intellectuals lose their battles. Because sometimes they do not see the real picture, and they sometimes just cannot understand, as I can say, these simple people, because they sometimes are not very materialistic. They think about some sort of things that these simple people cannot even imagine. They try to speak a lot about culture and about freedom, about liberty, but it's too hard for a lot of people to understand these values, and this anti-intellectualism is really, really popular in a lot of countries. And Russia is, of course, a country in which anti-intellectualism was very, very popular among simple people. And Anatoly Sobchak in this film is shown as this great democratic leader who wasn't very successful who was very successful in the beginning of his political career, but wasn't very lucky in the second part of his political life, because he had a really big amount of enemies. And of course, his main enemies were these powerful army and policy structures. These structures that were very powerful in the 1990s, and that was around Boris Yeltsin, the first Russian president. In this film, I do not really understand why they were so angry in the case of Sobchak, but they really want the power in St. Petersburg, and they really wanted Sobchak to be imprisoned, or to be even killed, as I understand. That's why I think it was very hard for him to understand this system in which only a very tough, sometimes very rude people can be in power. And of course, in this film, a great role of Vladimir Putin in his life is shown. That Vladimir Putin is a very loyal and honest man who tries to save his very good friend, his very good, who tries to help Anatoly Sobchak to save him, and he helps Anatoly Sobchak to leave Russia and to come to Paris. Again, for me, this story is about how important it is to be loyal sometimes and to be honest. And you should always remember about these romantic ideas of democracy, that every time you think that, democracy, when everybody wants to be in this beautiful culture and everybody wants something good, that's really untrue, because always in any society there are a lot of people who just want power and money, and people who are very greedy, people who are very anti-intellectual, and who don't like democracy at all, who don't like this culture and intellectualism. Try to watch this film and write something about it. I think, of course, you can ask me some questions about anything you want, because I really want to have some material to speak about, and I think I will do these videos once in 2 or 3 days. Thank you for watching it, and goodbye.